And so I hope you are glad you made it to this message. I know I'm glad you made it to this message. Whether you make it during the live stream, right, in real time or not, okay? Thank you for clicking on the video. Thank you for giving the channel a chance that those are to those that are maybe new to the channel. And thank you, of course, to my A1 Day Ones, to each and every collective member. I much love and light you. I mean it. All right. So, this message that we have to talk about for this particular session is in the realm of love. Okay. And it's pretty short and sweet, but I do want to maybe take some time to get into some characteristics and possibly a message from this person. Okay. And long story short, this person wants to declare their love. All right. But first, let's talk about you. You are the generational curse breaker. Okay. You could consider yourself in current energies to be situationally single. And for some, what that means is, gosh, you just know not to cast those pearls before any swine. And for others, it means you are perhaps understanding that you've got a counterpart out there, and you understand just the same, and maybe not for not trying, right? That you're just going to be perhaps unequally yoked, unless and until that counterpart is able to come through with the come through. Now, I'd like to, if that is you and sounds familiar and resonates and stuff, I'd like to invite you to try to make sure that you are putting your best foot forward whilst not being in any type of literal or proverbial waiting room. Okay. The name of the game here is not to wait. It's just your understanding, perhaps. High priestess energies come into mind, right? Divine feminine energy might be more aptly stated there. Has this understanding, this awareness, okay, that there is such a thing as said counterpart, and the situation just is what it is, right? Okay, take heed, still do you, okay? It's not a contest, right? But I say that and I stress that and I emphasize that because God forbid you actually find yourself in a waiting room, all right, even for a divine counterpart, as it were. You're still setting yourself up for a bit of failure and perhaps delaying the inevitable, since you know this to be a thing, okay? And by this, I mean this connection. You are definitely part and parcel of chosen one lineage, okay? Makes sense. We're talking for most connecting to this particular session, twin flame energy. That's not for everyone here, and I'm mindful of that. So as we go along, okay, you two be mindful of just that, and I too will. Okay, when the cards come out, I will try my best to articulate that there could be a difference so that we don't have any confusion thinking you've got to be a twin flame to resonate with this one. It's not the case. It's just a high energy that I do see connecting into the pile. All right, so we will be getting into the message in a bit, but I'm mindful that we've all got different schedules, and I appreciate you being here. So I'm going to go ahead and ring that bell. It's not our usual bell. I get it. Changes everywhere. Changes upon us, right? I just uploaded a video the other day about just that. If not this morning, my days and nights are running into themselves. Forgive me, collective. All right, timeless messages anyhow. So what of it? What is time, right? But if you do have a question, all right, and you know how to state it according to the live stream rules, and you're following all of those, you may enter your question into the chat. If not, that will not be the first time or the only time, excuse me, that will not be the only time the bell rings. The bell will again ring. And so if there is a bit of a lag on here, because I'm not seeing anything in the queue currently, um, and if I do go ahead and get into this general message, all right, this lover's message, please know the bell will again ring. So if it seems like I skipped you, it definitely wasn't intentional. All right, but maybe you're meant to stick around and listen up, okay? Hopefully there's something that all of us can get out of this, irregardless of whether this is our story, our life, our love, our situation or not, okay? Much love and light, you guys. And if you're enjoying the energy, please click like on the video. All right, be sure you're subscribed here. Click that bell notification to all so you don't miss all that we got going on in this channel. And definitely do say hi. Let me know where you are watching from if you feel brave enough. Okay. Um, Also, be mindful we do have a community page connected to this channel. All right, and you are able to share of yourselves there and help spread some love and light. Right, sharing's caring, they say, over there, as well as the Facebook page and Facebook group. We are also on Instagram and TikTok. Okay. So you generational curse breaker, you breaking cycles. All right. Whoever I'm speaking to, you are coming through as single energetically. All right. And guess what? If there's no ring, there's no contract. All right. You're still really a free agent. Call them what you want. All right. It is. Okay. Now this could be a situation where you and this person, okay, got so far, and then boundaries had to hit. Okay. Love and light, Chelsea. Maybe this person, okay, for some of you, had their own boundary, okay, which led to this discord, this separation, all right, this time apart. Could be the case. This person could have an athletic, muscular build. There could be some significance to the aesthetic of these two illustrated men, okay, or male appearing figures, okay. Um, doesn't have to be the case, but this person is learning on the other side of I want to say this mishap. I'm hearing to say this mishap. I'd like to actually look up with more specificity that word, because I'd like to make sure I understand the context. All right, so accidents or mistakes, right, usually of a minor nature. Yeah. So, this person maybe is learning to be a little bit, a lot more authentic, okay, with self as well as others, speaking their truth. Yeah, that's what's on this no filter card. Speaking their truth, authentic communication, raw honesty, right? Um, this is how I really feel. This person could have had boundaries because they were afraid of how they really felt. Makes sense? And there could be some significance to swiping, whether right or left, dating apps. Okay, maybe you know this person to be on dating apps, whether you know them from a dating app or vice versa or not. Okay, take what resonates. But here's the sitch, divine feminine, all right, energy I'm speaking to, not a meat suit, energy. We've all got divine masculine as well as feminine energies. Okay, so if you're in a masculine meat suit out there saying, this is resonating with me, you keep saying divine feminine energy, own up to your energy, baby, right? That's all. Okay. Much love and light, you guys. I will get to the freebies, I promise, when the bell rings. Please, in the meantime, familiarize yourself with the description box and the live stream role so that when the bell again rings, you get your answer easily. Okay, I want that for you, and I want to give you your answer easily, and that's why I ask you to please make sure you know what the rules are. The rules are such a way where I can tell already you don't know them. Okay, so please check. All right, if that's you, I'm not coming for you. I just want you to be ready when the bell rings. Does that make sense? All right, so long story short, okay, this could easily be a situation or situation relationship where you have ultimately surrendered, right? And as you should, that is part of the plan, especially those on the twin flame journey. Regardless if this is a higher level hierarchy soulmate, who cares what the title is? If somebody's treating you in the way that is conducive towards your growth, you're going to know it. And if they're not, you're going to know that too. If someone is treating you in such a way where you feel pleasant and alive and hope filled and satisfied, you're going to know it just the same as if they're making you cry all the time. You're going to notice, right? And so I just get that, long story short, one of the two of you are operating at a level of authenticity and with ease that the other just was not yet there. Okay, this person, from what I can see in the cards, um, really could have been more logical minded than that of the normal energies of that of like high priestess, right? Definitely tapped in. You might say woo woo or witchy, right? Anointed, okay, chosen ones. It makes sense. Chosen one's energy, all right. But this person realized over time, it could be some time, may not be a long time, but it's giving for a majority. It at least feels like a long time, okay, for the separation, right? Um, and some of you, these masculines have entered into karmic relationships, okay? But again, over time, they realize the ultimate truth, which is that, you know, you are their counterpart. However you want to say it, however they want to say it or think it or understand it to be, there's this epiphany, this realization that you feel like home. There's also this longing, you know, being activated, if not from the entirety of the separation, but if it at least definitely in current energies, whenever you find this message, okay, this masculine is really starting to yearn to come home, okay, and again, for a few of you, okay, you know this person to be already connected. All right. So, of course, we're talking divine timing for whenever this person's going to come back around, because ain't no way you can just snap your fingers and then just, oh, everybody's just, you know, finished up tying loose ends and things, right? Bank accounts being separated and blah, 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 right? Depends, okay, on what all these people are facing to go through to climb out of. All right, what all messes they've or covenants and agreements that they've made. All right, so you have to take that into consideration. But this person's higher self is coming through, right? And they understand that you might be in this doubtful energy. Okay, they're saying it's okay to doubt, because I'm going to erase that doubt, and I want us to go be crazy together. All right. This is giving full card energy, risk energy. And again, this person wants to declare their love. All right. Because you are a match and they know that now. All right. They know that now. Now they want to come through with the bounce back, spinning the block, the rejuvenative energy. All right. This person is a mirror to you. This is why you may know this person to be quite triggering, or this is why you may know you to be quite triggering to this person in the past. It's like, whoa, whoa, whoa. What are you showing me? You're showing me me? Are you showing me me? Right? And sometimes, depending on who the me is, it can be a lot to take in. It's good for you. It's the medicine you should know about. How to deal with you and how to live with you and how to love you. Right? That's why we talk about it being quite frankly a prerequisite to getting into the twin flame aspect of the journey, where you are walking hand in hand, kumbaya, and mirroring as you please, living and loving and growing together. Right? Right. Okay. So your divine guidance here is to trust, okay? Divine order, divine timing, that this king, this divine masculine energy, this could be guy, girl, what have you, right? Is coming through, okay? You have been receiving signs. Spiritual guidance is coming through saying to continue to follow them. And your twin flame, as well as those synchronicities about the twin flame journey and your person, whether guy, girl, what have you, okay? Um, Everything is possible. That's factual. It may seem or sound delusional. Love and light, Fiona. Love and light, Amaron. Uh, Love and light, Amira. Love and light, Hua Hassan. Sorry, I'm butchering names today. Love and light, Chelsea again. So you know, everything is possible. This person's been through a lot. You've been through a lot. I feel like this is an understatement, right? But I need you to know when this particular card came out, and gosh, it's got a masculine appearing figure on it. Just saying, right? It fell to the floor. And usually, you know, for readers like myself anyway, right? When shit hits the floor, it's kind of like hitting the fan, or it's kind of like a heightened aspect to the emotion, or, you know, depending on what all is on the card. Okay. This is an oracle, not a tarot card, to get that. And it says, do not disturb regeneration in progress. All right. So this divine masculine is essentially, you know, readying themselves to be a more beautified version of that mirror, because you have done the work to step up to that same mirror and be the more beautified version of yourself. And this has nothing to do with looks and aesthetic, all right? Although it's definitely part of that. Whoever I'm speaking to, of course, you've been glowing, right? And not for necessarily even intending to glow, but definitely damn sure from doing the work. And by the work, I mean shadow work, right? Facing fears, facing dark and light aspects of self, and balancing out all aspects just the same, right? Can't be love and light all the time, you guys. You know that from watching this channel long enough, even though it's called Love and Light to You Tarot. And I do mean that. I do love and light my collective, right? But there's a time and a place, you know, even for those religious folks out there, there is such a thing as holy anger, right? There is a time and a place. And Us intuitives know we are to read the room and act accordingly, according to our intuition, according to spirit, right? Right. Okay. So that doesn't go out the window now just because you know straight facts this person's coming back. All right. Um, Allow for this masculine, I'm hearing also just to remind you, to come in, okay? Because ain't no way you're running to the oven before the biscuits are formed, right? It's like they're freaking, they're still in there, like they're literally half baked. You're gonna run and start chewing on them? No, don't do that to your masculine, okay? Whether you want to chew on them or not, make sure they're ready for the chewing. You know what I'm saying? um, but this person, on their aspect of awakening is understanding that, most things in life are actually not important, like people's opinions, whether they're family, whether they are friends or not. Okay. Some of these masculines, they're template into, okay, the look of the matter should be of the most utmost importance, not necessarily the truth of the matter. And they had to learn that, though they were learned that and fostered into that type of templated thinking, as well as other aspects of thinking, it's no longer, if ever was, conducive to an environment where they're going to succeed and thrive in beyond simple survival. Many of these have been surviving in karmic connections because of that old aged templated stinking thinking, right? Sometimes, when we say stinking thinking, we're not talking about just the negative, oh, I'm being down and negative on myself. A lot of times, stinking thinking is the thinking that you think is valid and just and is restrictive just the same. Oh, I probably will never travel to such and such because blah, 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 blah. Well, keep telling yourself that, and you're damn sure never going to get there, right? Because you're participating in stinking thinking, and on top of it, creating words on the other side of those stinking thoughts. The words become things, people. Remember? Okay. Um, this person, this masculine, is awakening to their true inner self. All right. And they're also learning a very important life lesson. If you don't like something, change it. But see, you'd have to get out of that stinking thinking section, right? Because otherwise you don't really get there, do you? Oh, I could change it. You don't get beyond the restriction of, I don't like it here. I don't like this job. Oh, I could change it. Yeah, you can. I'm sorry to tell you, it may be not with a snap of the fingers, but you can, unless until you give up and say, no, I can't. I can't. Well, if you can't, you can't, right? If you believe you can't, you damn sure can't. And if you believe you won't, same deal. All right. So watch what you're believing. Invest into your thought life, you guys. It's well and good to go on the dating apps and invest in the outfits, the makeup, and all the pizzazz and everything to make somebody's head turn your way. But then what? If you don't know yourself and you don't know what you really want, right? Got to make it make sense. Even for those that know that they've got a counterpart out there, you'd have to make it make sense still. Cannot lose your head, right? Because otherwise you're operating inside of imbalance. All right. And balance is supposed to be your everyday norm. Think about it. We're not here to be just half cocked, running around crying, screaming, can't breathe, and can't function. Right? Love and light, Susan. So this person is understanding that, another important life lesson, feeling is not the same as thinking. And I think the issue here originally with this runner chaser dynamic, perhaps, right? This person running, at least. I don't know whether you were chasing or not. They damn sure were running from what I can see and feel in the cards, okay? But they're realizing that, feelings, though they can lie, don't have to be scary. You can work through them. And I think in the past, they didn't know how to do that. Okay, it makes sense we're talking about a bunch of masculines here, doesn't it? Because masculine energy, right? It only operates in certain environments for a standard norm. And that standard norm usually is, the sentiment of walk it off, you're tough, figure it out, you're on your own, you against the world, you can do this by yourself, right? And that's a good day. That's a good day where energies would be ruminating about a masculine environment or mental space, okay? Because it gets worse, and I don't want to go down that rabbit hole, but it's we've all got our lot in life to some degree, right? Because Just like we can pick apart how it's hard to be a man, we can pick apart how it's hard to be a woman, just the same, and in anything in between, right? So it just is what it is, you guys. Practice focusing intentionally and practice creating your thoughts according to what you want to intention to focus. Okay. And you're gonna have to try again. I get it. Thank you, Fiona, for that. I appreciate you. Um, and this person too was learning. Okay. And I feel like I'm going through this a little bit deep because again, this person is your mirror. Some of you, you know, from one twin flame connection to the next, it's not the same dynamic, right? Some of you, it's more of like a 50-50 energetic split between masculine and feminine. Others, it's, you know, maybe the reverse or inverse of that dynamic. Okay. So take what resonates for you and what advice works for you. Okay. But yeah, if there's something in your life, whether you're in a twin flame journey in any kind of connection or not, you're still on a journey, right? You're still here, and I'm grateful. And thank you for that. Okay, but you know, if there's something about your life and you don't like it, you really can change it, and it really starts with working on your mental believability about that. Not much else, because guess what, you could say, you know, I'm gonna you know, you could say, you could speak and talk, right? How some people just talk and they don't really have much else going but the words, right? Who needs that? Okay. But if you're able to get yourself to the believability that, okay, step one, baby step one is me just believing that the possibility exists, right? You're going to do far greater than, you know, going from job application to job application, thinking negative thoughts, speaking negative outcomes as possibilities, right? You're not going to go nearly as far as if you would have just stuck with, you know, option one there. Okay. That's for somebody. All right. Um, and these masculines are understanding that, guess what? You're not really living a high vibrational life without expression. Of course, that would include self expression. Duh. Right. And so, again, these people probably were not the best orators about their feelings. I'm not here to say, oh, no, you know, they don't have public speaking knowledge, or, you know, they barely speak. They're barbaric. I'm not saying it like that. But as far as their actual vulnerable feelings, that was something that they just were not well versed at doing. The thought was scary alone, plus coupling that with the feelings that clearly were stirred up by your presence, your essence, your existence, right? How many of us have been triggered by counterparts in their, you know, their existence, even though physically they're nowhere near, perhaps, right? It happens, okay? But this person is growing. Again, the progress is well underway. And you know, it takes a minute when you're learning that all you've learned maybe in life, maybe about you know, religion, maybe about aspects of love and what caring connections are. And when you learn that you've learned incorrectly or that you were fed lies, it's a bit jostling, to say the least. And so depending on from one masculine to the next, you know, who's to say how many hours of healing you need, right? How many hours or weeks or months or perhaps years, right? Of processing to get into this risk full card type of energy with let's be crazy happy, let's go for the gold, let's be this power couple type of vibes. It's so interesting because this person could have a familiar. There could be a significance to a white cat and or calico cats. There's a lot of cats coming through, black cat as well. All right, this person could have, or you could have, or you both have. And there is some significance to a tongue twister. Remember that night? Or remember that time? Remember the way it just almost seemed like you guys both didn't want it to end over and over again, twisting and sighing and breathing in each other? Yeah, they remember that too. Okay, I definitely see that through the cards. And there could be some significance to the number seven. Um, Maybe there is some significance to seven twists per kiss type of thing, from what I'm seeing here in the cards. All right. And cannot show that one. But yeah, realizing what's important is you and this person getting back on track. All right. They are undergoing a fast track The card says fast track to ascension. All right, so this person is intending as well as expected to play catch up here. All right, with this take me home energy, pathway to true love and surrender. You both are being asked to do your part to get to this regeneration of this twin flame journey and this connection, as well as release the past, listen to each other, and forgive whatever past grievances you may have, okay? Because this bounce back, baby, is for you both, right? You both want this. I'm hearing you both deserve this, and it's part of the master plan, all right? So I'm going to ring the bell. I missed you too, Fiona. Thank you for missing me. Love it like Jay. Oh, I thought you said Jade. I'm so sorry. So sorry. Well, I missed you too, Jay and Fiona, okay, in case you cared. No, let me... I'm just joking. I'm making it funny because I really missed that there was no D in Jay's name, and I read it as my own. Sorry, Jay. Okay, let me see here. So the bell has rung. I'm playing catch up on what's my name, and if anyone has a question. Like, oh, hello, me. That's like when somebody gives a compliment in a room, like somewhere, right? It's like, oh, you look nice today. And then like you turn around, you're like, oh, thanks. And then you realize, no, they meant like, I don't know, like Sarah across. Like, oh. Just interjected my whole everything in there. Sorry, you guys. Oh my gosh. I was one letter off in my defense. I told you I cannot see the screen. I was like, oh, me too, huh? And nobody has a question. I have a question. You got a question? Let me see here. Susan, please follow along the live stream rules, babe. They are in the chat, I promise, if you scroll up, okay? I really hope you guys actually have subscribed and hit like on the video, please. I'm trying to get the channel to be seen by more beautiful souls out there to give more freaking tarot readings for free. How about that? How much of a public enemy am I? I'm giving free tarot readings. All right, so in the meantime, guess what? We're going to get into some archetypes and a message eventually from those peoples, all right, those masculines. So this person was like scared about, you know what I'm getting, you guys, just real quick? These persons were scared, not only of the feelings, right? But it's like you gave them feelings and they were already not good at expressing their inner feelings. So then like to kind of like add to the pile, then they had to, it's almost like, have you ever, I'm asking this like rhetorically basically, but have you ever had to alchemize something you felt that you weren't ready to alchemize? Or like, you know, how it's like, okay, I've healed from such and such. Good on you. Yay. And you turn right around, the universe is like, but this. And you're like, God, I just healed. Right? Okay, here we go, Susan. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right. Okay, so the good news is the answer is yes. Hold on. I know you didn't want a yes. I know that. But the good news is also that the answer is you get justice. And that also is a yes, that you would get justice. Okay. So again, it's kind of like what I was talking about with the general message, Susan. All right. I don't know if you resonated with that or not, but you can still get stuff out of these scenarios, you guys, right? Because even in the general collective message, we were already talking about it's best not to chase those buns before they're actually like plumped up and cooked all the way through, right? It's best not to, you know, chase after a half-cooked masculine, right? Don't you know all about the ways that, you know, that lifestyle leads to when you've got a half-cooked masculine out there, all right, whether they're a twin flame or not, right? It's giving, do you want to raise someone as a dependent in love? No, never that. All right. You want to be somebody's match, all right, by loving yourself in the way that you know you want to be loved, so that when they come in, they go, oh, pff, I love like that too. Let's love each other. Right? Right. Okay. But you do get that justice, but that is a yes as far as the time. Okay. All right. So that's what I have for Susan. You guys, please, okay. I'm not going to say this over and over again, and I'm not even trying to be a jerk, all right? I feel like it's kind of a jerk move if I'm saying this over and over again for a free tarot message and you guys aren't following the rules, if anyone cared about that, right? So, I'm going to say it again. Please follow the live stream rules, okay? They are located currently in the description box, as well as the freaking chat box, because Fiona, our moderator, was kind enough to place them in there, all right? I need you to follow all of the rules and not just some, so that you can get the free tarot message. If you take a risk at doing some of that half-assed, I need you to know Mayat Law is very much underway for this channel. And I'm only saying that to protect you guys because I love and light you, whether you're part of this collective or not, right? But respectfully, follow all of the live stream rules, okay? So that I can just give you what I came on here to give you, and we can both be good. Sounds good? All right. Thank you again, Fiona, for that. And you're very welcome, Susan. Okay. So I'm going to continue on and see what archetypes in the meantime while people play catch up or start following the rules, right? You see how you or this person may look to help hone in on confirming your energies are connected to the pile, all right? Someone here could have a square face, a square jawline. Love and light, Earth Angel. All right. Whether this is you or your person. Somebody's younger than somebody here, perhaps. Okay. And we do have the tribal energy coming through. Now, this could also be connecting to heavy ancestral presence. You or this person could know separately or apart. Excuse me. Separately or together, that there is heavy ancestral presences about you, if that makes sense, okay? What I'm trying to get out. Somebody here could be pregnant currently, or you could know this masculine to have someone in current energies pregnant. Could be some significance to tattoos, regardless of on the back, somewhere about the body, whether you or this person. All right, we've also got the sharp face coming through, and European. Somebody could even just simply look European. Somebody could have a beard here. All right. You know, it's funny. This freckles face comes with the rainbow, and I got to talk about it. It could be LGBTQ plus community vibes here, because with this beard, not going to lie, I was told to say whether guy, girl, what have you. And like, however that means to say, and I don't mean that to be offensive. I'm trying to give clarity, okay? And somebody here could have mixed color eyes. I'm also hearing to say one of those cats could have mixed color eyes as well that we talked about. And somebody could be from down under, Australia. Good eye, mate. All right, if that's you. Okay, so what else do we have? Somebody here could have coarse curly hair or kinky hair. Somebody could have to wear suits for work or for pleasure. All right, could be quite vibrant, colorful. I'm hearing somebody could be in real estate as well. All right, so somebody's younger, somebody's older. Okay, glasses are coming through, as well as Hispanic or Latina with the ethnicity, or whether on the part of you or this person. Okay, connected. Two other cards here. Wavy hair coming through. Again, somebody could really be, this high priestess energy really could be like really woo-woo or witchy vibes, as they say. Somebody here could just be average height, all right? Or you both are average height. All right. As far as initials, you guys, this is going to be first, middle, or last name on the part of you or this person. And you're very welcome, Amira. Sorry, butchering names today. This person really wants to declare their love for you. We are going to get a message from them. I just saw a synchronicity of some significance. Again, reiterating that, and that's why I am now reiterating about that. Okay. Any more spirit? Oh, could be some significance to the name Isaac. Okay. So we've got W at the bottom of the deck. All right. We've got X, S, A. Daisy could be somebody's name. I. We've got D. All right. T, I'm hearing Teresa or Terry. Okay. F. Ooh, Fiona. No, we've got O, could be Oscar. Y, Yolanda. Yes, Sarah, hearing. N, Nancy. G, somebody's name could be, with this G, I got like Jeff, but I got like, you know how it looks like Joffrey, like with the G, but they could go by Jeff. All right. Somebody could have, what the? Somebody could have two N's or somehow two Y's in their, this is a weird card. I don't know why I did that. N and Y, right? In their name or in their, like in the name, but also could have duplicative initials in their name. Okay. Or that could be you. We've got A as well as another D. I believe we had one earlier. Okay. So, oh my gosh. There could be some significance to the name JP or the initials JP. All right. I lost an initial. We'll get it later. It was one that we already ran through. No worries. Okay. So, bell again, just to make sure everybody knows if they have not yet already done so for this live stream, that they are applicable for a free reading according to the live stream rules, to be clear. And in the meantime, I'm going to take a look at what this person has to say for you guys. So bear with. I'm multitasking, but I haven't forgotten about you. I promise. I would never. Oh my gosh. And you had the F come out too, Fiona. All right, let's see. Yeah, would you give me the chance to make things right between us? So this person is like healing, wishing, and praying and hoping. They're manifesting you. Makes sense? I'm sure you could feel that, right? Those divine feminines, no. Okay. Yeah. They want to communicate, compromise, and work things out. You know, there's some significance to the way that I'm pulling the cards here. So I'm definitely talking to like divine feminine energy, right? We know energy, energy, energy. I know, right? But you know how divine said to follow the signs and synchronicities about this connection? I don't know where that card went. I'm noticing that this particular message is coming to me pretty easy, okay? Even though we've just started to get into it. It's the way the cards, I'm grabbing the cards and it's almost like that's immediately the next card as if I'm in a spread. But I'm still like trying to prep to give it. That's a synchronicity of exactly what's going on right now with them. And many of you, you know, they've got like text messages, perhaps on email saved, they're working on, they're reworking on it, right? They're sitting there meditating, they're praying, hoping, wishing, you know. And so depending on, you know, who I'm reading for, this is going to be a time variability as far as when they come through. But I do know, and I did post about it on the community board a few days back, the spirit saying that reunions are literally like, it's almost like they're being commanded, demanded. They are supernaturally like protected in such a way where even auspicious events will start to take place until the reunion is a thing in full force and effect, I'm hearing to say, right? So this person could be at a distance, right? And again, this could be why you kind of chalked up to, I surrender so damn much and so damn hard that I, you know, you almost want to say I give up, right? Like you can't make somebody love you if they don't, and you can't make somebody heal if they don't want to. And even if they want to, you can't heal for them, right? And so it can be, you know, depending on how long you've been not waiting, right? But how long the separation may be the case, all right? it's your faith. I get it. It's a leaky substance. It waxes and wanes all the time. Okay. So you do have to stay intentionally positive about that. And that's what you're being asked to do, because I say all that to say, collective, those resonating with this, if you do, you're just doing the most that you could ever do to make sure that this person not only comes through, but also comes through in the least amount of time. All right, because these are connected even at every chakra level. Okay, so you during doing the work definitely angers for this person to come in. Okay, please don't give up hope now, but also don't give this a licensure unto self receiving this message to hope, hold your breath, wait, and manifest. That's not the way that you manifest this type of connection, those that are specifically on a twin flame. Okay. I get it. There are instances where you're not a twin flame. This resonates. It's a high level hierarchy soulmate. Same deal. You're always to attract, not chase. Okay. And you attract by, again, doing what keeps you passionate about life, doing what gives you enjoyment. Okay. Outside of the realm of toxicity. And I say that because guess what? Toxicity could include anything or anyone at any given time. How you can identify toxicity, regardless of its form, is if it is outside of balance, whether too much or too little. Too much or too little. Okay? And you'll know if you're being honest with yourself. All right? This person is saying they damn sure want to work things out, cannot make it any plainer. But they're being honest with themselves, and chills on that, and I'm proud of them for it, that they still have some growing to do. That is almost like a trophy, right? It's what you want to hear about. I get it. You want to hear they're coming in and everything. But this person offering up this means that when they come through, you can chew on them buns or whatever else you want to taste on, because they will be ready for this. And they will be your true match. Okay. Let's see what else they have to say. They're saying, I see a little part of you in everyone I meet. Again, that wasn't even from that same deck. This, these people really are being worked over by the divine. And, that's bittersweet. I know when I hear it in my own readings, I go, that's kind of fucked up, right? Like, oh, so like, I'm just so unlovable that you can't bear the thought at loving me and, being part of a power couple with me, because why? Right? But you know what? You're not going to know everything until you know it, if ever, anyways, right? So take some solace that you're not here to know all aspects of it. But please, when you do heed this advice, okay, when you do live for you, putting your best foot forward and attracting and not chasing, all right, you're going to live a much better life and timeline for it, okay? And that's what you always deserve to experience, especially for those that know, you've been doing the work and it shows. Those that do the work, okay, you kind of, it's like you can hide it at first, maybe. Eventually, right? You're gonna have people with eyes on you somehow, whether it's an old classmate, an old teacher, an old boss, right? You're gonna be in the community and be seen again, and people will really, maybe before we could see, right? But really can tell that there are positive changes in our midst, okay? And that's because we're amazing, right? We should talk about that. It's not something that we should shy away from. If you're amazing and you know you're amazing, you deserve to own up to that truth, right? And we should all openly and safely open up to that truth, because we all are in our own right, though very different from one to the next, perhaps, right? Amazing nonetheless. Okay. Um, let's see if anything else for this person. Okay. I wish I could take it back. Yeah, this person really realizes that, they weren't, not only were they not awakened, but they were definitely not as mature. And sometimes you can realize that, and that's well and good. But sometimes, just the same as you're realizing it, you do need to give yourself grace, whether this is for the cross watcher or just for your, further understanding, high priestess, right? Um, not everybody is you, even the divine counterpart, as it were. Okay. There are different aspects to our environments, the way that we were raised, our families, our bloodlines, etc., etc., etc. right? So as much as you'd like to go, okay, this doesn't make sense for me, and it should, because this is talking about my person, this is talking about my counterpart, take the pressure off, babe. It's not always going to make sense, right? And you know what? That's up to you and your twin to communicate ultimately to get to a level of clarity that's comfortable for you both to move forward. And it looks like for whoever I've been reading for all this time, that's exactly what's about to occur. And I'm excited for you all. All right. Claim this energy if it resonates. I know it's not everybody's story, but that's what I got for you. Okay. So, final bell ring. All right. For those that are applicable still. All right. If not, I really do appreciate you guys hanging out with your girl. And thank you for listening to the message, sharing the channel message, liking, subscribing. All right. Telling a friend, perhaps. It really helps the channel and it really helps your community. All right. That's why we're here, for community, not just the free tarot, if that makes sense. But I do love and light my collective so much that I do want to make sure I come on here and give you guys all I am able to comfortably and within balance give you. Okay. It was very much, it was very good to see you as well, Jay. And it was very awesome to be on here. Thank you for bearing with your girl. I'm trying to maintain a level of consistency with these lives, but it's not always up to me. Okay. And so thank you for also checking out the other uploaded content and participating in the community page as well as the Facebook group. All right. I do appreciate those that really do, keep the channel going by participating and interacting and showing support. All right. Okay. Now let me see here about A for J. Okay. Let me see. I think so, but let's see. But I think so, Jay. Let's see here. Ooh, that was a fast. That was a fast. That was a yes. They're just, I don't know if they're coming across a little bit too passionate. You're like, are you for real? Like, you really want me there like that? But it seems pretty big that you be there for them passionately. But they might want to give you an offer of sorts, okay? Whether this is some collaboration or something, something. You know what I'm saying? As I look at the Ace of Cups. Say yes, side eye. All right, here we go. Let's see. I love you too, Susan. Much love and light, babe. Um, okay. So that was Jay's, right? Okay. All right, you guys. All right. So that's what I see in the queue. Um, that's what I think of Susan and Seinfeld too. That's so funny. But I think of, because I think we were talking about that. Was that last live, Fiona? Because I think maybe there's more than one Susan on there, and I think of the other one, the one that was George Costanza's girlfriend until she died. And I think there's another Susan. I'm not sure. Um, yeah, Seinfeld is I should watch a couple of those episodes. That'd be a good time. Love the music. Yeah, he's a terrible man. I just remember George, like, he was always so great at like looking like he was like tired of being overworked, but he like didn't do a damn thing usually unless it was like to fuck up something. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna keep it up, babe. No worries. That's my intent, anyways. Okay. All right. So you guys, I have to go and move on to my next endeavor. I will definitely carry you with me in spirit, though. I do miss and love you guys for sure. And he told Susan, wait, what? And he told, oh yeah, Susan is famous, bro. Yeah, he's bad. Okay, let me see here, Amira. Okay, let me see about Mo. What? Wait, hold on a second. Will Mo or indication factor? Khadija. Okay, let me see here. Bye, Jay. Love and light. Thanks for coming through. Um, okay, now let me see here about Mo and Khadija. Ooh. So it looks like, I mean, I don't know who these people are to you, right? But with the Three of Wands, that's already giving a yes, right? But hear me out. The Fool card came out with it and landed on top of the Three of Wands, right? So this person is viewing what their next move is going to be, which is going back to Khadija, a little risky, right? But they want calmer waters with Khadija because they want a new start, okay? So that's, you know, your yes. Hopefully that was a good yes for you. That was good news. But that's what I got in the cards, babe. Okay. Thanks so much for following along the live stream rules. Okay. All right. We don't need any George Costanzas in the chat. Right, Fiona? It's a terrible man. Right? Susan should have been the one to be scared. Not Susan Gonzalez, but Susan on Seinfeld. Ah. And that's what you get when you settle. No, and he's but literally, like, it's actually not funny, but literally I've settled to the point where like my life was actually at stake. So, you know, tale as old as time. Let me see. You're very welcome, Amira. Yeah, or Peter. No Petas. Peta. Peta better beat it. I know that's right. Better beat it. All right. You guys, it has been real. It has been fun. And I love you guys. Please never forget that. Okay. Whether I'm on the live stream telling you actively or not, that's my truth that I know it to be. Okay. And I really hope you understand that as well. Okay. Thanks for being amazing. Thanks for not giving up. And I very much look forward to the next live stream. Thank you for all that you do for yourself as well as your community and for this channel. I really do appreciate you. Love and light.